What's going on, guys? Averett13 here. Kind of want to do things a little bit different. I don't always like doing the tabletop stuff. It's great for like a first person, like perspective of knives. But, I don't know. I also feel like it's a little impersonal also. So what this video is going to be about is just kind of some things to do on secondary market and some things not to do. I know earlier, I've got some earlier videos out, or a video, I can't remember, maybe it's two, I don't know. Anyhow, on like kind of some things to do as a buyer and seller, if you're in either one of those positions. But lately, the secondary market's been real slow. It's almost kind of funny for you to have like buy, sell, trade groups, because now it's just like only trading. Like nobody's wanting to freaking buy anything with cash. Everything's just, hey man, will you trade? And so I don't know. There's kind of a few things, like there's nothing wrong with that, but there's just a few things about that bug me. Like especially when somebody like specifically says no trades. If somebody says no trades, I mean, it's very firm, very clear cut, no trades. So don't still PM them and try to see if they're going to trade. It doesn't matter. Like they don't want to trade. They either are wanting to get the cash or they need the cash, whatever it is, right? But another thing also that kind of irritates me too is it just drives me crazy when like guys are just asking for, the most ridiculous like things ever. And so as an example of this, I posted a Chris Reeve Sebenza, large Sebenza, bog oak Damascus, gorgeous knife, right? Gorgeous knife. I think I know for a fact I've carried it once to a wedding, to my sister's wedding. But I also, maybe carried it to the office once or twice. But I work in an office setting, right? And so a lot of times I'm just carrying them. It's not like I'm taking down cardboard and, just really beating on my knives. So this knife was in immaculate condition, right? And I described it as such, condition 9.99 out of 10, because I mean, it's not brand new, right? I'm not a dealer, I'm not an authorized dealer, but also, it has been carried. So, I mean, I want to disclose that out of, just for honesty purposes, for full transparency, but this guy he was asking the most ridiculous questions, like, far and beyond, what's the condition like? What's the centering? He was like, oh, hey, does it have any scratches? Have you ever, and I'm like, no, it has no scratches. Are you sure it has no scratches? Like, it's not the fact that he asked if it had scratches or snails. Like, no, that didn't bother me. It was like, after I said no, I was like, are you sure? Can you send photos? All right, sure, yeah, I'll send some photos. Well, what if the photos aren't showing it? I was like, okay. So I pulled out, an Akosi that I had, and I was like, look, here's a side-by-side. You could see the snails on this one. Obviously, there's none on this one. Like, it's the same lighting. It's showing, yeah. And then he goes on, well, are you sure that? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Well, could you send a better video? All right, so I sent another video. This drags on and on and on, and I was like, then we were getting to like ridiculous questions, like, you only carried it 3 times, correct? Like only 3 times? I don't know, like 2, 3, just a couple. I don't have a specific count, but it's not been carried no more than maybe 5 times. Okay, and you said the condition was not. Jesus Christ, yes, I said that. Okay. Has it ever been opened while you were outside? I know, that's how I feel about it too. But, all of this, I'm getting a little, long-winded on this. But guys, ask a question, get a video. Don't keep giving people the 5th degree. If you want a brand new knife, go buy a brand new knife, right? That's it. It's that simple. Don't be on secondary, hounding everybody for these ridiculous questions, waiting on these, or taking time from another person to go, record a video or take all these pictures, like extra pictures above and beyond. Like, I'm not saying they shouldn't do that. Like, of course they should always take good pictures, give a good description. That's standard practice. But whenever somebody is just like asking above and beyond these things, and then of course you all know what happens, right? Like, they don't respond back. You do all this, you take 30 minutes out of your day to talk back and forth with this person, and it's just, oh, it just frustrates me. Like, if you're not even serious about it, A, don't waste somebody else's time. And B, if you're just looking for an absolutely brand new knife and that's all you're set on, go buy a brand new knife. Just go buy a brand new knife and just be done with it. Like, you know, pony up the money, get a brand new knife, move on. You know, like, gosh, I don't know. I'm getting a little frustrated here, but guys, when you're buying a knife on secondary, you're buying a secondhand knife at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, it's probably been carried. It's definitely been handled and flipped open. You know, it may have a snail. Whoop-de-doo. Like, whoop-de-doo. Like, I mean, unless you've just got like a completely one-of-a-kind custom made out of, you know, European gold that was mined from a mountain that no longer exists, okay, sure. You can ask, I would almost do like a physical inspection then at that point. But all the knives that you guys are buying, like, I'm honestly going to say from $1,000 and less. Yeah, I know, big number, right? But once somebody describes it and sends you videos and, you know, good quality videos, and they've got vouches, you know, it is what it is. Don't drag it out. Don't ask all these ridiculous questions. You know, don't do that. It's not good. It's annoying, and it just makes you, you know, not have a good look in the communities and in the groups. You know, this guy I didn't have any indication that he was, you know, a scammer or doing anything, you know, anything shady or sketchy. Like, he was a legit guy from everything that I can tell. But after that, you know, interaction with him, there's no way I would ever want to ever sell this guy a knife, ever. I don't care what it is, because when you go through all of that, this dude is just looking, the feeling I got is this guy is just looking for something to be wrong with it. He's just looking for something to be. So it doesn't matter how well you describe something. It doesn't matter, you know, how much you fully disclose anything. Like, somebody who's like looking at it that far in depth, they're not going to be happy with anything other than a new knife. So that's my vent. That's my soapbox on this is, if you want a new knife, go buy a new knife. That's it. Go buy a new knife. Be done with it. And if you don't like it, you know, the authorized dealer that you bought it from probably has some sort of you know, a 10-day, 30-day, I don't know, return. Do that. Go do that. Don't waste our time and you know, all these ridiculous freaking questions. Just don't do that. Don't look good. Guys, take it easy. Be good members of the knife community. As always, stay sharp.